Hello everyone and welcome to our webinar on smart investment in AI for an enhanced customer experience. This is Gürol Kurt, co-founder of AlternaCX, and I will be hosting our webinar today. I'm delighted to be joined by Ansi Rona-Bayildiran, Director of Tinderbox Technologies. Welcome Ansi, it's great to have you with us. Thank you very much for your time.
Hello, it's a very great pleasure for me to here sharing my views with you. Thank you for the opportunity.
So before we begin our discussion, we know you are keen on asking questions. So if you have a question during the webinar, please click on the Ask New Question in the right-hand side of the screen, and the pop-up will appear for you to enter your questions. Please write your questions in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and the respective speaker will get back to you in a private email within the next 24 hours. And finally, if you encounter any technical issues, please let us know and I will do my best to help. Let's first give a context for our discussion today. Companies are indeed increasingly benefiting from their artificial intelligence-based investments in customer experience. According to a research by Aberdeen Group, there is a 7.2% difference in year-over-year improvement of NPS of firms using AI in CX programs and those that don't. Firms using AI-powered technologies in CX programs improve customer retention by 11.6% year-over-year, compared to 1.5% worsening by all others. Furthermore, AI-powered programs achieve almost twice performance in employee engagement rate compared to all others. With such outcomes, it's not surprising to see that companies are increasingly investing in AI to achieve their CX objectives. According to another study by MIT Sloan Management Review and Boston Consulting Group, 90% of companies are investing in some sort of AI-based technologies. Yet less than 40% of those companies have benefited economically from these investments. Our discussion today will focus on how to bridge this gap and invest wisely in customer experience-focused AI with real-life examples and outcomes. Our agenda will be AI within the context of customer experience, real-life examples on wisely selected AI initiatives in CX, and importance of AI maturity and a robust data model behind. Before we begin, a few words about AlternaCX and our guest speaker, Ansi. AlternaCX is an AI-based voice of customer solution that automates continuous improvement in CX by bringing in the customer perspective with structured and unstructured transactional feedback across experience journeys, by understanding topics, sentiments, and emotions in open-ended text, by identifying root causes of satisfaction and predicting quantitative impact on KPIs, and by triggering relevant improvement actions in real time. And finally, a few words on our guest, Ansi. Ansi is a customer experience evangelist, as she has earned her career working in a variety of departments for the leading European digital operator, Turkcell, for almost 15 years. She is a catalyst and change leader with her unconventional ideas and expertise in building digital customer touchpoints, including mobile apps, AI-based processes, chatbots, and social media interaction tools, managing company-wide customer centricity and employee retention programs. Ansi recently moved to London and established her own startup, Tinderbox Technologies, to excel customer experience practices in consumer serving industries. Let's begin our chat. Dear Ansi, I would like to begin with your definition of AI within the context of customer experience. What constitutes AI in CX and what does not? What are the typical roles of AI in CX?
As all we know, we look into the history of AI, and artificial intelligence is a concept from the 50s. Scientists have been working on the subject since then. However, its leap in commercialization is very new, just a decade ago, by a discovery of deep learning. In practice, the numbers are confusing in that survey of MIT Sloan Management Review and BCG, as you mentioned. Let's accept this technology is not mature, but it is definitely not a marketing hype. This decade will be the one to implement AI successfully, which means that what really matters is execution, product quality, speed, and data. And yet, it can be confusing to us to know exactly where and how to start. This is why I'm here to share my learning through my experience in implementing AI. Today's business environment is highly competitive. Consumers have high expectations about simplicity and value for money. The annual goals of us, customer experience designers, are really tough, earning the hearts of the customers by increasing customer satisfaction or NPS, with hand in hand to the mission of decreasing customer-related operational costs. So, artificial intelligence gives great opportunity here to make this ambition possible. And I classify the roles of AI in customer experience as seen on the screen. The first one is about insights and performance. To better understand the customers, employees, and the environment, we need to break data into their core components. But it is difficult to do it by human cognitive power. This is where AI helps us to understand the patterns of the information within big chunk of data. Your efforts in alternate CX fits this role very well. The second role is intelligent automation. Today, we all have the ballooning volumes of interactions across an increasing number of channels without increasing agent headcount. As a result, agents are no longer essential to scale, and neither moving contact centers to the emerging markets are. Automation, which is simply automating manual but routine and predictable tasks, help us meet this high volume of interactions. As a third role, we need AI because not every interaction can be automated. We need human touch at some point. So, augmentation is crucial for handling complex and ambiguous tasks where more human skills are required. This is possible by empowering the agents where relevant data is shown and reached on the very moment of that interaction. As its last role, since a great portion of customer interactions are handled on digital platforms without any human touch, AI can leverage the customer engagement for the marketing teams by the power of data, such as personalized content, face recognition, or relationship management. It's difficult to make such a business case. Organizations can risk either losing their competitive advantage by delaying investments or sinking money into wrong AI initiatives. So, how can organizations get started on AI projects where future risks and returns are hard to quantify? To my
It's,
view,
it seems AI has many roles in the customer experience domain. Yet, as we also indicated in the beginning, many AI investments end up with limited or no economic return at all. What needs to happen to have positive ROI in AI? Can you share with us some real-life examples?
yes, of course. To my view, from my experience with company boards, you need to calculate a positive return on investment. Today, many organizations begin their AI implementation with automation in areas with lots of manual and repeatable tasks like back office processes. In reality, the return on investment is not about the role served by the AI project. From my own experience, the first thing was to realize that AI projects never work linearly. The outcomes are almost always below expectations initially, and they improve only over time. So it is not a plug and play and gain thing, I'm sorry. Every savvy business person dealing with AI takes a long-term outlook across multiple use cases and plans for this uncertainty. This should be our key assumption. If you want to get a true positive ROI in any of your AI projects, you need to take those 4 points into account. We will get through each feature by example, but first, let's see them all. The first one is operability. If you invest your AI project into a more cost-effective way of doing business, it sounds well. The second one is efficiency. If you are solving a business problem that is wasting tangible money, time, and resources, you need to think it doing with AI. The third one is scalability, as in chatbots, or if you have a great volume of interactions with your customers, you need to scale it at some point to address the depth of your problem. And the fourth one is publicity. If you want to engage your audience in a very innovative way in digital platforms to get attention, you need AI again. But in the nutshell, at first, I want to mention that please get away from promising no clear trackable ROI or at least a real break-even point, or get away from too complicated workflows, and get away from operations of training and iteration that costs you a lot. Let me show you some successful examples over those topics. With one of my clients in telco business, we had been working on the contact center to build an efficient way to respond to customer emails in time. In fact, they were eager to close email channel to gain some operational efficiency. But in that era of digital economy, we cannot postpone or cancel any of our channels. So we need to automate rote manual processes to prioritize claims and assign them to workflows and agents. They had some rule-based systems for query handling, but it was not enough. We took the next step and added cognitive services that could read all customer query emails and understand the customer's real intent. Those queries then were categorized and assigned to the right workflow, even the best responsive agent to that specific subject. By using AI to answer more standard tickets, we liberated 9 agents to answer more complex questions. And we end up with a result up to 157% decrease in resolution time. This is a massive success for the company. So it is very important to understand the human processes and behaviors and decide how AI can augment them, not replace them. We trained the system by the company's own agents who are being in each real customer interaction responsibly. This is the human-centered AI that focuses on augmenting the workflows to improve customer and employees' own experiences. The second example about efficiency. Sometimes 100% automation is not possible. This example is from a vehicle glass repair and replacement company in the United Kingdom. Once your car glass is damaged, you claim for change or repair. It's simple. But whether a repair or full replacement is depending on the type of glass and the size of the damage. And any car owner wants to get an excellent support from any car repair services. The company has a customer drive to provide an easy and convenient service for the customers once for a time. The company, for that reason, uses AI to make repair or replace decisions based on a photo of a windshield before being passed on to a technician. It is simply an image classification system where AI categorizes dings, dents, and scratches among various photos. They're able to accurately identify whether a replacement is needed prior to an appointment. This program currently processes 260 images daily, and its automation rate is 67%. And more, its accuracy is 86%. Think of it. This process was previously carried out manually by employees. These employees still provide a human backup assessment in cases where AI assessment is inconclusive. As a result, the company's code processing time is improved by 70%, and they allow employees to focus on more complex claims on those times. In total, this technology boosts efficiency of the code generation process in this company. One inspiring success story aiming scalability is from a charity versus arthritis. As we know, charities has limited budget for marketing or reaching their audiences. The organization's main purpose is to support people who live with a musculoskeletal condition such as back pain or arthritis, which is the biggest single cause of disability in the United Kingdom. And they want to be involved in their audiences' daily lives. They had already a trustworthy knowledge base of 80 years, including 15,000 pages of unstructured data. So, with the ambition to reach their audiences' daily lives, they built a service manager layer on top of a cognitive solution powered by machine learning and NLP. And it's not all done. Over 350 people with arthritis have been involved during this time to help develop, test, and improve the tool. As a result, they established an virtual assistant on the mobile, and its name is Ava. Ava gives sound advice, sensible advice at the time the patient needs it, without having to make an appointment to see a doctor. As a result, they reached 2,400 patients till now and engaged with them in 21,000 conversations. It's massive. And its customer rating is over 4 out of 5. What I suggest here, as I look into a scalable AI project, you need to start with the most common and simple topics. Use Pareto principle. 20% of your topics are possibly coming from the 80% of your interactions. And please proactively inform your stakeholders, because even they don't know the process, which is challenging and painful to you, they are keen on tracking the progress itself. The last example is about publicity. AI is the new base for innovation within companies, and AI actually is going to help marketers look smarter. This example is from Turkcell with a successful customer engagement campaign. In Turkcell, some in-house passionate developers built an image recognition algorithm embedded to the mobile app, in which machine learning algorithm detects smiles on faces on the camera. The developers presented the capabilities to corporate communication department, then decided to use it for the World Animal Protection Day. The campaign was so simple. The more you smile at the screen, the more food given to the animals in the shelters. It is not so hard to do it. The failure rate is only 2,000%. So it was a very successful campaign. 6 million customers smiled to the camera, and 12 tons of food was given to the shelters. This example is showing what you need is to encourage your people to come up with new ideas, and AI enhance that possibilities.
I'm sure requirements for a positive ROI from AI are much more clear for our listeners now. In your discussions, you mentioned in several places about the importance of AI maturity and the need for a robust data model. Can you please elaborate on that?
Of course. As you see the examples, a true positive return on investment is possible for AI initiatives. It's not so difficult. However, this performance is highly linked to the company's level of involvement. And AI projects differ very much from traditional IT investments. The traditional IT investments, their costs and impacts are more neatly defined and predictable. When an AI project is the focus, it's your organization's context and data that will shape your ROI equation. To assess AI maturity of my clients, I ask 3 basic questions. The first one is, do you have competency over your own data? Because it's very important that to have a structured and relatable data, to investigate that data and to find some little gems out of that data, you can get competency over AI. The second one is, do you invest into the skills of your people in terms of business and technical ways? You need to hire talented, ambitious data scientists and passionate AI developers. Or better, transform your own ambitious, ready to adapt people into the new skill norms. The third question is, do you work agile every day for each project? You need to define the people you have in place, and you need to define the supporting business processes. The best way is agile project management here. And I want to mention again the data. This is a remarkable quote from the famous novel Sherlock Holmes about data. I highlight this quote to my clients to mention how data is crucial. As everybody knows, Sherlock is a highly intelligent guy to solve complex crimes. He always relies on data. He analyzes and digs for more. And now today, around 95% of all world data was generated over the past 2 years only. And only 10% of data is structured and fragmented now. In this regard, in the era of digital economy, in the customer-centric way, there is a need for implement AI-based solutions because the processing of a huge amount of data becomes impossible without use of AI. If you want to catch the new era, start with your own data. My main recommendation is to investigate your data and complete your data model. You have big data inside your organization, and you need data science to model it. You need data scientists working in collaboration with your field agents. Those data scientists need to be able to utilize data and alter or override the algorithm according to your agent's inputs. So you need to have a high performance in decision making. This is very important because neither the person nor the algorithm can be perfect. And AI is a moving target. Don't wait to start because it never stops. We do not need to take big steps to see positive results from AI implementations. Simply find the right process, get started, and iterate again and again to deliver positive ROI. Besides, AI can deliver valuable results, planned or not planned. They are the part of the project's outputs. You are better off by including them in the assessment of your project's own value. So wait for the unexpected value. For my last word, last but not least, simply put, there are currently about 23 billion connected devices right now, and this number will increase to over 75 billion by 2025 in 5 years' time. And so all adds to a yes, it's worth investing in AI right now. Start now, right now.
I would like to thank Ansi once again for the very valuable insights she has shared with us in this webinar on investing wisely in customer experience focused AI.
Thank you very much for the opportunity again.
Before closure, let's provide a recap of our discussion so far. AI has many roles in CX. Today, we discussed about insights and performance, intelligent automation, human augmentation, and customer engagement. In order to bring positive ROI, AI initiatives need to be operable, efficient, scalable, and should drive publicity. Data is a core requirement for AI maturity. Robust data model is a must. And finally, there is no need for perfection. Every moment matters. So we have come to the end of our webinar. We have already received some questions. As I mentioned before, the respective speaker will get back to you in a private email within the next 24 hours. We have also included our contact information. Please feel free to share any feedback or further questions with us. I would like to thank Ansi for your expert opinion and choosing to share your findings with us today. It was wonderful to have you with us. Also, we would like to thank you for attending our webinar and hope to see you in our next session. We will be sharing the details in our company LinkedIn page, so stay tuned. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.